Hello everybody and welcome back to OMB Reviews. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well, and today I was just about to record a review for the movie Speed, and all of a sudden I was watching Drunk 3PO's charity live stream. By the way, go support Jay, go support Drunk 3PO. He is raising $35,000 and is already $31,000 the way there to raise money for raising money to end human trafficking, which is, again, raising for an organization. And I found out that apparently this is the report. Obviously, we're still waiting on confirmation from a more public Lucasfilm source, a more public Disney source, and obviously from Gina Carano herself about this. But apparently, according to Deadline and many other sources at this point, Lucasfilm apparently has called Gina Carano's social media posts abhorrent and have said that she is no longer employed by Disney, therefore that she has apparently been fired from The Mandalorian. This is obviously something that is complete and utter BS. This is cancel culture brought to the max, and it's this kind of stuff that continues to divide us. It's this kind of stuff that's going to continue to piss people off. It's going to continue to push people further and further away from each other. And to see the sick, disgusting comments under a lot of these social media posts, which have been saying, this is the way, honestly, it breaks my heart. Because I think that one of the best things that we've gotten this year has been Gina Carano's character in The Mandalorian. She's, I think, easily one of the fan favorites of that show. And also, she's an incredible human being. I think that's what gotten most of us is the fact that because of her doing these recent interviews with Drunk 3PO, we've all been able to see just how amazing of a person that she actually is in real life. How down-to-earth she is, how much she actually cares about the source material, how much she actually cares about the fans, how much she actually cares about her performance and about her role. And the fact that they've been going after her now for months, right? First, it was because she didn't have pronouns in her bio, and so then she kind of trolled about that. Then she was talking about basic human freedom, talking about how these lockdowns are violating those human freedoms that we have. Again, common sense stuff. And now apparently because of a comment that she made, I believe it was on Instagram, she's apparently been fired. If this is true, guess what? Disney, you can kiss a lot of your Disney Plus subscribers goodbye. You can kiss any interest that a lot of us had in the next season of The Mandalorian and some of your other Star Wars shows. Remember that one of the shows I was looking forward to the most was a show that you were calling Rangers of the New Republic, which a lot of it was indicating that it could potentially be a leading show for Gina Carano. Obviously, nothing had been confirmed yet, but basically what you're going to do, if this is true, is you're going to take away any fire, any passion, any excitement from this universe, and all you're going to do is turn that excitement that was there. You were just starting to get hardcore fans back into Star Wars. That's gone. If this is true, that is completely gone. Because all that you've shown is that you haven't learned anything. You haven't learned anything from The Last Jedi. You haven't learned anything from The Terrible Rise of Skywalker. All you have realized is, oh, we'll just throw out a cute baby Yoda and that will be our moneymaker. We don't need to make good shows. We don't need to have good stories. We don't need to have different perspectives, different points of view represented on our shows. Because at the end of the day, people like you, Disney, and all the idiots on social media right now who are celebrating this, you don't care about diversity. In your mind, diversity is, oh, no. We mean you have to have the same exact thoughts, but you also have to have different backgrounds, and that's the only true diversity. When real diversity is, no, because you are from a different background, you have, therefore, different thoughts, different ways of thinking, different cultural respects. But you want to get away with that. You want to get rid of that completely. It's kind of amazing that you have this very much hive mindset, where if you do not go along with the status quo, if you do not go along with the cult mindset, that somehow you are anathema, which kind of actually, to be perfectly honest, really, I think, goes in line with the words that Gina Carano was saying. What you have done, if this is true, because again, we're still waiting on more confirmation, but this is now being reported by major media outlets. If this is true, you've just proven her point. You have proven yourself to be the bad guy. You have proven yourself to be the Empire. You have proven yourself to be as bad as some people that existed back in 1930s, 40s Germany. Yeah, I said it. And you two, if you don't like that, too bad. This gets backed up over on Odyssey, and you can only do so much with it. Anyway, let's go ahead and read this crap article from this crap media organization about this crap company that is Disney. In the wake of Gina Carano's controversial social media post, Lucasfilm has released a statement tonight with a spokesperson saying, quote, Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, and there are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable. One, that's a complete and utter lie. That's complete horse crap to even say that, to even suggest that, which is why I kind of question about whether or not this is real or not. The fact that every single one of these outlets apparently has the same source giving the same information kind of reminds you that, all of them coming out with articles at the same time, it's almost like they're colluding in a way, right? They all happen to have the same source speaking at the same exact time, the same exact word that has not been confirmed, has not been given, at least at this point, by an official account connected directly to Disney. I don't know. Not to mention, of course, it's complete crap. It goes on to say, Carano played the bounty hunter Cara Dune on the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, and it looked like that we'd be seeing a lot more of her, and it appears not, because it's ridiculous. The actress shared a TikTok post, a comparison of the divided political climate to what was going on in Germany. And again, based on what's going on right here, you've just proved her point. She said, quote, Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? End quote. I don't see anything wrong with that historically, and I don't see anything wrong with that as far as how it relates to our common day culture. And it's amazing how people will then say, oh, but the problem is that because she compared what's going on right now to Germany. How many times have people on the left, leftist side of the political aisle, used the term Nazi to describe their political opponents? How many times has someone like Pedro Pascal used that phrase to describe people that don't agree with him, to talk about people that don't use pronouns, to talk about people that actually believe in biology? And yet, Pedro Pascal never got a warning, never got publicly rebuked. So please spare me the double standard. Please spare me the speech. Spare me the nonsense about how you're going to say, oh, well, you know what? It's because she was out of line by bringing this up and connecting it to the 1940s. That's a terrible thing to do. When in reality, you know that many people like you do it on a daily basis to demonize people with different political perspectives than you do. It sickens me. It sickens me. And anyone trying to say that they're offended by this, if you at the same time will say that you were offended by everything Pedro Pascal said and others who have used this kind of rhetoric before, okay, I'll disagree with you, but you know what? At the very least, I can respect you. But I guarantee you, every single person cheering this move by Disney and condemning the words here by Gina Carano are the same asshats that use the same exact vitriolic language to the other side. Only this time, of course, it's actually accurate. Another photo of Carano's Instagram story had a person with several masks covering their face and head with the caption, "Meanwhile in California." Yeah, because it's stupid. Because the whole thing with masks right now, oh, you have to wear 2, 3, 4, 5,000 masks, is stupid. We are at the end of our ropes here. We are sick and tired of the lockdown, sick and tired of being demonized for something that, again, has a 99.9999% survival rate. Spare me, please. Both posts were scrubbed from the actress's Instagram this afternoon, however. Others picked it up and reposted. Other posts including a quote saying, "Expecting everyone you encounter to agree with every belief or view you hold is effing wild," and one saying Jeff Epstein didn't kill himself, remained. The hashtag #FireGinaCarano began trending, with those on social media attacking Mandalorian creator Jon Favreau, Disney Plus, Star Wars, Lucasfilm. I guess you missed the part when you had just as many people, if not more people, saying, "We love Gina Carano. We love Cara Dune." You must have missed the fact that, last 2 weeks, there was a huge campaign where we got it trending. We got it in, the top 3 trending spots? We love Gina Carano. We love Cara Dune. You must have missed that part, Deadline. But of course, we all know that you're in the same bed. You're in the same position. You're in the same camp as the idiots running Lucasfilm, the idiots running Disney, and the idiots on Twitter who are canceling people left and right just because they have a different political ideology. Carano and his supporters attempted to get the hashtag, to get the hashtag "We Love Gina Carano" to trend, but to little effect. Really? To little effect? Have you been on social media lately? Guess what? There's a crap ton of people doing it. God, like seriously, how disingenuous these people are is insane. And then what do? They bring Drunk 3PO. They bring Jay into it. They use his tweet, obviously trying to paint him as an evil person. They then paint someone and post someone who's probably not even real. Literally look at the profile picture, look at the name, and says, as a Jewish person, this is effing violent and unnecessary. It's also factually accurate, you idiot. Carano had previously stirred up the dust on social media with comments about mask wearing and voter fraud. In November of 2020, she made fun of those who use preferred pronouns on social media by listing beep, bop, boop on her Twitter. No, she made fun of the people who attack people for not using their pronouns, for not having pronouns in their bio. See, you didn't even do even a second of research, Deadline, before you wrote this article. Now, did you? Now, of course, this was written by one of my favorite writers over on Deadline, Anthony D'Alessandro, who is a king idiot. The action came off as transphobic. She later backtracked, saying that Mandalorian star Pedro Pascal, quote, helped me understand why people were putting them in their bios. I didn't know before, but I do now. I won't be putting them in my bio, but good for all you who choose to. I stand against bullying, especially the most vulnerable, and freedom to choose. Yeah. And you just fired her. Again. I can't even right now. It's just, this is ridiculous. It's this kind of action that leads to people going nuts. And I hope it doesn't happen. I don't want people to go off the edge. But when you go after someone like Gina Carano, who is not a political leader, who is just a regular person with regular thoughts, who's beloved by fans of this franchise, you know, the people on Twitter who are attacking her right now, do you really honestly think that all of them are actually 1, Disney Plus subscribers, or 2, actual fans of The Mandalorian? You think those people actually pay money to watch shows? You think they actually pay money so that they can then try and tear down and ruin someone's career over nonsense? Give me a break. Anyway, I hope this isn't true. I hope that they come out and clarify this, because this is ridiculous. And if it is true, you've just made an enemy of a lot of people. A lot of people will be canceling their Disney Plus service. A lot of people will now officially be giving up on The Mandalorian, I being one of those persons, if indeed this is true. And also, all you've done is just made Gina Carano a hell of a lot more popular. Because no one likes when someone's job is destroyed over woke political garbage like this. And I'm sure there's going to be tons of people doing better videos covering this with more eloquent words. But I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Anyway, you guys are all great. Thank you so much for your love and support. Have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless. And now for a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members: Albertus Magnus, Ali C83, Andrew Hoyle, Animation Commentator, Brian P, Dion, Divex, Enrique Evangelista, Father Christopher Miller, hail to you, Father, Father Damian Cook, Garrett Searles, The Honky Chonky Funky Monkey, Inflamed Wood, It's a Trap Productions, Jason Clark, Jacob Juice, Jay, Jeff Toon, Jonathan Carney, Laura Story, the Modern Major General, Mag Jackson, Mad Mitch Dunaway, Mr. Peabody and his evil twin with the beautiful hair, On to June, Orange Hat Reviews, Out of Step with Reality, Riff Magos, Rosetta Allen, Steve Glasker, Teresa Martin, Theodore Benden, Tina Bojan, and Tina B, the Empress of the Universe. Thank you so very much for being my Patreon members. And a huge shout out also to my Subscribe Star members: Stan 4, John B, Perpetual Punster, Mr. Roy, Glinzer, Darkstar 57, J. Alex McCarthy Jr., Dean Heiss / the new number 2, J-Rod the Beer Guru, Nebanon G. Adams, and the K-Man. Thank you all very much for being my Subscribe Star members, and to all people who support the channel. It really does mean a lot. If you want to support the channel and have your name shouted out, please make sure that you join on Patreon or Subscribe Star today. If you sign up at the $5 or up level, you also get access to exclusive giveaways, including for 4K and Blu-ray titles. At the $10 level, you get all of that, plus you get access to an exclusive podcast that I do with John the Flick Pick Flickinger. There's actually currently an episode that I made public on the channel right now, so you can go ahead and check that out if you want to have more access to even more episodes and more content and the ability to ask us questions. Please feel free to check that out as well. And if you join at the $25 level and up, the Chosen of Valhalla level, you get to have all of those things, plus you get a free t-shirt that first month that you sign up for it, and every month you will be able to access the Chosen of Valhalla live stream, where me and my chosen just talk for about 2, 3, sometimes even 4 hours about whatever it is that they want to talk about. So check all of that out in the links in the description below. You are all amazing and beautiful people, and we all have a wonderful day. And as always, God bless.